having that mentor group is a big reason I became a mentor this year, was because DePauw sort of says, hey, here's your group of 10, 12 friends right now. For this week, you have these friends, no matter what.
I think the mentor group does a great job of giving you a space where, especially since I didn't know anyone coming in, it gave me a space where I had those people that I could see on campus and immediately know.
They seemed like people you could talk to, very down-to-earth people. I feel like they knew what they were talking about and knew about the campus, and if you had a question, you could talk to them.
So my mentor group was actually pretty big for me. It immediately gives you like a group of people to go to or just to associate yourself with. The first few days, it's like, all right, we eat meals together, so there's not that fear of like, oh God, who am I gonna sit with?
It's very fresh in my mind what it's like to be a freshman, and especially move in and how overwhelming orientation can be. It was really nice to be able to use my own experiences to help them out and let them know that they're not alone in those feelings.
But I remember moving day because that was the day that I met a lot of people on my floor. I met my roommate and everything, and I just remember suddenly there were all these people everywhere.
Yeah, everybody gets a shirt, and that really gets people excited, I think.
It's almost like a mini party for us too. You gotta get everybody excited, and there's so much excitement around just the idea of you're coming to college for the first time.
There's also a sense of community even in that, because the students are the ones helping you move in, so they're carrying your stuff, and it made it not only efficient, but it was really personal, because a lot of those people I know or I'm friends with now.
And everywhere I went, there were people just talking to me and trying to become friends with me. It was just a great experience.
For myself, it was the first time that I had ever been away from home for longer than even a week, and so experiencing something new like that, it was a great first welcoming.
You're just surrounded by a lot of upperclassmen who really care about you, and the environment is just really fun and really energetic.
I suffer from an anxiety disorder, and so I really get nervous about a lot of things, but especially when I feel like I'm not doing what I need to be doing or doing as much as other people, or that everyone else has it figured out. And for some reason, this is causing me a lot of stress when it looks like it's not causing anyone else stress.
I think one of my biggest fears, which now looking back on it is so silly, is that I was not going to make any friends. I thought I was going to get here and I would just not connect with anyone, which was not the case at all. And I was also a bit concerned that I would do worse in my classes than my American counterparts.
I think one of my fears was finding what I wanted to study, because I came in as a psychology major and I was pretty sure in that, but then I also had my reservations, and there were a lot of areas of study that I hadn't even explored.
I think coming in, I was afraid about just taking a lot of classes and maybe doing too much to where I wouldn't have time, or I'd be too stressed out. I thought, the classes would be too hard for me.
So I was a little nervous because I had the same group of friends since first grade, or we all, as a small school.
I'm far away from home. I'm from Georgia, actually, so this is definitely a distance.
Yeah, there's plenty of things I was afraid of. I had this fear that I wasn't going to do well, that classes were just going to be too tough for me. I was going to slip through the cracks or just not get to where I needed to be.
It's definitely a challenge coming in, but what I can say is that people are here to support you, and they're here to allow that transition to become more smooth.
I made myself get uncomfortable by moving away from home, but through moving away from home, I found something that was more than I ever would have found by just staying in my comfort zone.
I had a history professor for one semester, my first semester freshman year, and he still says hi to me by name, and he knows what I'm studying, and so that kind of involvement in student lives was really important to me when I came here.
The professors are so supportive that they just made it easier for me to transition into college. And then there are so many different communities that are just so welcoming that I ended up finding my place.
I can see anyone on campus and I know that they'll say hi to me, or at least give me a friendly smile. I'm definitely a friendly smile type person, so if I see someone, even if I don't know them, I will smile at them until they smile back at me.
And even people I don't know, that's happened to me a couple of times, which is really surprising. I would just be walking to a class and you'll see someone smile at you and they're like, hi, and I'm like, hi,
As a sophomore right now, it's never been easier for me to follow both, poli-sci and music, and have time to do both of them and really delve deep into both of those subjects. So I think DePauw does a great job of allowing students to further cultivate what they're interested in, while at the same time making sure that they don't have to sacrifice any of that.
I almost get more nervous when I'm in my comfort zone because the best things happen when you're outside of your comfort zone.
And I think at DePauw the great thing is because your classes are so small, you get to really know the other students in your classes.
But if you come in here willing to make friends and learn as much as possible, you're gonna have the time of your life.
You're all capable and you all deserve to be here, so don't ever for once feel like, oh, I don't belong here.
If you're afraid that you don't belong here, the way everyone else reacts to what you're doing sort of says, yeah, no, hold on, you do belong here.